First graders, we are at the very end of our GoMath lessons for first grade. So we are going to do the chapter 12 review and test. So these are the last worksheet pages from your book, okay? So this is where we're starting, and you can just pull out those 2 pages if you want to make it easier, or keep them there in your book. And you will need a pencil, and you will need a crayon, and you will probably want your little shapes, your baggie of shapes, so that you can try out some things, okay? Because that will help you a lot on a couple of the questions. Okay, so we're going to start with this here. And on number 1, it says, which shapes have only 3 sides? Choose all that apply. So fill in the bubble next to the shapes that have only 3 sides. Remember, you can pause the video anytime you need extra time. Okay. Number 2, circle the number that makes the sentence true. A rectangle has blank vertices or corners. 2, 3, or 4. Circle the number that tells how many vertices or corners a rectangle has. Number 3, how many trapezoids make a hexagon? Use your pattern blocks so you can get out your little shapes, baggie of shapes, and draw to show the blocks that you use. So figure out how you can use trapezoids to make a hexagon, and then draw what that looks like. Pause to give yourself more time. And when you're ready, let's switch to a crayon. Come back up to number 1. Which shapes have only 3 sides? Okay, first we have a rectangle. Does it have 3 sides? No, it has 4. Then we have a circle. Does it have 3 sides? No, it doesn't have any straight sides. It just has one continuous curve. Then we have a triangle. Does it have 3 straight sides? Yes, it does. So we're going to fill in that bubble. And then we have another triangle, different shape, but it still just has 3 straight sides. And then we have a trapezoid. Does it have 3 straight sides? No, it has 4. Remember, a trapezoid is parallel top and bottom, and then the sides can be angled in. Number 2, circle the number that makes the sentence true. A rectangle has 2, 3, or 4 vertices. Which one is true? 4. There we go. Okay, how many trapezoids make a hexagon? Hopefully you drew something that looks about like that. Okay, showing that we have 2 trapezoids making a hexagon. And your picture may look a little bit different, but that's what we're going for, right? Okay, let's switch back to a pencil and open up so we can see questions 4 through 8. Okay, on number 4, circle the 2 shapes that can combine to make this new shape. So look at the shape here at the top. That's what we're making. Which shapes did they use? Circle the 2 that got used. Okay. Number 5, we are going to use this little pie shape to make a circle. We're going to draw lines to show the parts. So if I combine the shapes, take the pie and another pie, I can make a half circle. We're going to just draw a line there to show how we did that. Okay, then we can use the new shape, this half circle, to make a circle. Can you draw a line to show how that happened? And then it asks, how many of the little pie shapes does it take to make the circle? Write your number in the box. Which is larger, a quarter or the whole? Fill in the bubble, either a quarter or the whole. Okay, next up, number 6, it says use 4 pattern blocks to make the shape. Draw to show the blocks you used. So your patterns, your little baggie of shapes, your pattern blocks, they are not the same size to be able to make this picture. Even if you have not just paper ones, but hard ones, they're just a little bit smaller than what you would need to be able to make this picture. So if you fit them inside of it, it's not going to fill it up all the way, but it will make the same shape. It will just be a different size. Okay, so you're going to use 4 of the shapes to make this bigger shape. And then you can come draw lines on this bigger shape to show how it's broken into these smaller shapes. Okay, if that's confusing, that's okay. This one's made to be a little tricky. So don't feel bad if you're not sure how to do this one, but give it a try. Number 7, draw a line to show the parts. We want to show that this square is actually 2 rectangles. Can you draw a line to show that it is 2 rectangles? Okay, number 8, we're just asking, does the shape show equal shares? Choose yes or no. So look at the first shape. Is that broken into equal parts or equal shares? Yes or no. Look at the second shape. Is that in equal parts or shares? Yes or no. And the third shape. Yes or no. Okay, let's switch to a crayon. Go back over to number 4. We're going to circle the 2 shapes that combine to make this shape. Okay, so the shape up here was made out of this dome shape and this rectangle. Number 5, we got started together with these 2 pies to make the half circle. And then we can have the 2 half circles to make a circle. We can draw a line to show how that happens. So how many of the pie shapes does it take to make a circle? The answer is 4. Okay, so that would give you the star. Which is larger, a quarter or the whole? A quarter, because we need 4 of them to make a whole, right? So a quarter are smaller pieces that we can put together to make a whole. Okay, so go ahead and put your stairs and stars where they need to be up to this point. Okay, looking at number 6. Now you might have put them in slightly different places, but altogether you should have 3 triangles and 1 rhombus. Okay, so I'm going to just put them right here. There's my rhombus at the bottom, and then 3 triangles to make the trapezoid. So you might have had it slightly different, but that is the correct answer. To have 3 triangles and 1 rhombus could build that shape. Okay. Number 7, you could have drawn the line this way or this way, either direction, but we can easily see that this could have been made from 2 rectangles. Be sure you're marking stairs or stars and fixing your work with crayons if needed. Okay, number 8. Does the shape show equal shares? Is this in equal pieces? No. Is this one in equal pieces? Yes. Is the third one in equal pieces? Yes. So mark those questions as needed. And let's go to the final page of our first grade math book. Number 9, circle the shapes that show halves. So with your pencil, look at the 4 shapes and circle any that show they are in halves. Okay. Number 10, draw lines to show fourths. So cut that shape into fourths or 4 equal pieces. And it asks, how many equal shares did you draw? Write your number here in the box. But if we were to cut that shape in half instead of fourths, how many halves would we be able to show in the rectangle? Write the number here. This bottom one, we're not going to worry about. Switch to a crayon. Let's check our work. Number 9. Does this first shape show halves? Yes. Does the second shape show halves? Yes. Both those shapes are cut into 2 equal pieces. Is the third shape in halves? No. We have 4 pieces and they are not equal. Is the fourth shape in halves? No. We do have 2 pieces, but they are not equal. Okay, number 10, you could have cut this shape into fourths in many different ways. So let me show you a few of them. Maybe you just did a line here and a line here, and that was your way of cutting it into fourths, and that works great. Or maybe you did the line here, but then you did lines here and here. My lines weren't very straight, but you get the idea. That would be fourths as well. Or maybe you did fourths long and skinny like this. Okay, 4 pieces again. Or you might have been really creative and did something like this. Okay, that would work as well. So lots of different ways you could have shown fourths, but the most important thing is that how many equal shares did you draw? It better be 4 if you did fourths or quarters. But if we were doing halves, how many would we show? 2. Okay. And that is all. We are at the end of chapter 12 and the end of our GoMath. And so now we'll just do some review and practicing and getting ready for second grade. Good luck. Happy learning.